Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at another crappy CGI release, Thomas and the Runaway Kite. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. So this was released onto DVD on March 2nd of 2010, but it was shown on January 9th of 2010 in select theaters. Same with Splish Splash Splosh and a couple other season 13 releases. My guess as to why they did this is because they wanted to promote Thomas switching to CGI. I don't know why though. They could have just released it normally, but what do I know, right? This might have come with a slipcover. I'm not sure, but if it did, then cool. But mine doesn't. I think it also came with a blue case originally, but I think this might be like a later reprint, maybe like late 2010. 2011 around that time. Who knows? But yeah, let's take a look here. Let me reach under my mic cable, sorry. So we have up there in a blue bar in full steam CGI, just like on Splish Splash Splosh. Thomas and Friends logo right there. Thomas and the Runaway Kite. Kind of cool title. It looks pretty interesting. We have just some kites flying around because everybody loves kites. No, we don't. Who cares about kites, right? There's not a kite fandom out there, is there? We have kind of a cool angle of Thomas, and then we also have Charlie in there. I don't know why they chose Charlie because he's not really a main character. I mean, he's in the Kite episode, but he's not like the main character. The main character. So, oh well. Yep. It's actually, I'd say this poster is a little bit better than Splish Splash Splosh, but it's not like amazing. Oh, on the side there, we have the Hit Entertainment logo, the Thomas logo, Thomas and the Runaway Kite. Thomas from the front with a kite on top. That's kind of cool. There's a little Lionsgate logo thingy right there. The back's kind of cool, I guess. So we have up there, full steam ahead for high flying fun. There's your description. There is Stephen and Bridget right there. So Tom has grandkids. Interestingly, we'll talk about this more maybe when we talk about the episodes, but they don't actually refer to the kids by name, which is kind of weird. Promo of Thomas, going past like a fairground, I think. I don't know. They have like a party. They have a party like every single episode of this season, and it's kind of annoying, honestly. It's about as annoying as the 3-strike formula. Right there on the kite, we have our little bonus features. So we actually have 2 games on here. How many shapes do you see? And find what doesn't belong. So this is definitely made for 3-year-olds. There's the little website link and all your necessary stuff right there. And if you can see in the light there, it says disc made in Mexico. So cool. Don't know why we need to have that on there, but oh well. There's the disc. It's virtually the same as the cover there, so yeah. And it is in an eco case, so of course it's very cheap and doesn't feel quality at all. So yeah, I had no inserts. I assume it might have come with some back in the day, but I'm not sure. But yeah, oh sorry, Toby. That's all for the release here. We're only clocking in at like 3 minutes right now, so we gotta kind of speed this along, or not really speed it along, but more so slow it down, I guess. So I'll talk a bit slower. How about that? So for episodes, we have Thomas and the Runaway Kite, the biggest present of all, Toby's new whistle, and Buzzy Bees. I don't know who decides what episodes go on which release, but they love Buzzy Bees because that's on like every single digital version of these CGI releases. It's on like a lot of Netflix versions. It's literally everywhere. It's not like a great episode, so I don't know why they chose that one, but it's kind of interesting there. But yeah, this is actually gonna be the standard for these CGI releases. We're gonna have pretty much 4 episodes every single time. We might have 5. I don't think so though, because the CGI seasons until season 17 are going to have 20 episodes. We used to have 26, like a normal television series, but now we only have 20. I don't know why, but that's that's the thing. I don't know. So I assume that's why we're only gonna have 4 episodes in every release, and we usually get about 4 to 5 releases each season. I'm looking back at my shelf here. Yeah, pretty much 5 releases for every season around that. Sometimes 4, I don't know. But yeah, these episodes are really, really bad. The title story is probably the worst of the season. Why would Thomas chase a kite of all things? You could have gone to the store and bought another kite for like $1, and it would be more cheap, or it would be cheaper to do that than wasting all that coal and water going around the island. It's just so dumb. The biggest present of all is Hero the Rails is such a great ending, sending Hero home, but then they immediately bring him back. Why in the very next season, barely a couple of months apart, what's that? October, November, December, January, February, March. That's about 6 or so months after Hero the Rails came out, and Hero's back already. I don't know, it's not a very great episode, it's just kind of bleh. Toby's new whistle, I kind of like that episode. I do like seeing Toby with that whistle, but Toby is, of course, a very stupid character in this era. Yeah, it's pretty stupid, I guess. And then Buzzy Bees. Again, another very forgettable, boring, bland story. This whole era is just bland. I don't know. We will reorder the episodes here to make them, or put them in chronological order. So we have Toby's New Whistle, the Runaway, or Thomas and the Runaway Kite, The Biggest Present of All, and Buzzy Bees. I have 20% battery left, so I apologize about that. We gotta hurry this up though. I do want to mention really quick. You probably noticed that the set is exactly the same as the last episode. That's because I'm filming these back to back pretty much. Because I can't really be bothered to make a whole new set just for another crappy release, so you're gonna get this set 2 times in a row. So I assume next time, or like the next batch of episodes, will probably have different sets, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I didn't really talk about the animation too much with the last release, but what's a good word to describe it? It's terrible. It's not, the animation itself isn't that bad, but it's more so like the texturing and the lighting. Like, it's just bad. It just looks awful. Like, Toy Story 3 came out the exact same year as these episodes, and that looks amazing compared to this. I know they had a way higher budget for that. I actually they spent probably like $5 per episode on, or during season 13, but come on, you could have made this look at least a little more interesting. I will say the engines themselves don't look that bad. Like, Thomas's overall render looks pretty similar to how he does in the model series, but their faces are awful. I'm sorry, that face does not look like Thomas. That face looks pretty good because it matches that, but I'm not saying that that face is great. Like, that does not look like the same character that is from like the Railway series. That just looks like a child. The CGI only characters' faces look pretty good. Like, Charlie's face isn't terrible. I really like Paxton's face. I like Luke's face is pretty good, but the rest are pretty fine. But the returning characters don't have the best faces. Toby, like, look at Toby's face though. It looks awful. Gordon's face is pretty bad because he lost all those wrinkles and such. Characters in like the later Brenner series that return, like Donald and Douglas, have pretty decent faces. Yeah, especially in like these earlier seasons, the main cast faces look just awful. Like, Diesel's face is probably the worst because it looks absolutely nothing like the character from season 2. So yeah, the animation is not bad, but it's not like the best it could be. It gets way better in like 4 or 5 years. The animation will look pretty photorealistic. Like, it'll look really good. Like season 19, season 20. Oh, it looks great. But yeah, in these early Nitrogen seasons, no. Yeah, enough of me rambling. Oh, there's a Mr. Perkins segment, and he does look after a bird. Okay. I don't really hate this one. This isn't the best Mr. Perkins segment, but it's not like terrible. I don't know. I mean, these segments can get pretty funny at times, but I actually think it's kind of funny how he gets so startled that we're just like there watching him. Like he's like, "Oh goodness me, I didn't see you there. Why did you get in here?" I think that's kind of funny, but yeah, sometimes he can act like an idiot. But yep, that's really all from me. Enough of my rambling and stuttering here. I apologize about that. If you're annoyed by it, I don't care. But yep. Next week we're gonna be taking a look at the greatest stories. Guess what? They're not the greatest stories because half of it is from the bad era of the model series of Thomas. But yeah, the model series is gonna be back for a little bit, just for that one release, and then for the next 2 or so years, we will not see another glimpse of that model series until Engine Friends. Then after that, nope, no more model series stuff until 2020. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Technically though, but that's only calling all engines, and we don't really care about that. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.